pushing out into the solar system, not just to visit, but to stay. Last month, we launched a new spacecraft as part of a re-energized space program that will send American astronauts to Mars.
We're going to be out there, and we can make it happen, and we can make the future better than the past. You have the possibility to do these things. And then we get to explore. We get to go out. We get to see things that nobody's ever seen. Go to places nobody's ever gone. Do things nobody's ever done. And you have the possibility to be the first person ever to do that. You're going to look back at the pictures of you at this event at some point and go, that was when I was getting started.
New Worlds and New Worlds Institute has had 2 conferences now. We just ended our second in Austin, Texas, and it was a huge success. We started STEAM Space with our very first conference last October 2015. Cities in Space is definitely not a conference that's in a bubble. They are actually listening to designated speakers in the new space industry, and they're watching professionals and researchers walking in and out in their same space as they exhibit their work. STEAM Space is all about creating our next pioneers. We want to go ahead and create an integrated STEAM space education where we can talk about colonization and create collaboration between students across the globe, hoping to eventually create a K-12 curriculum. We want these kids to be able to come together and think about not just engineering and rocket science and how we're going to get to space, but what we're going to do when we settle off-world. We give them, choices for different CAD software they can use for modeling their video, such as Minecraft and different other CAD software.
We have 4 above-ground domes, each housing a farm and powered by a segment of solar panels.
These unknowns up to this point were impossible to test in controlled synthetic environments created on Earth. The answers to these questions would solve many of the mysteries of space and opens up its entirety to human exploration.
So actually it's kind of interesting. This competition is for 6th grade through 12th grade. I think 5th grade is actually allowed to do this, but these are 4th graders. So we are the youngest students here, and we actually didn't change any of the specifications or any of the rules that they had to do for this challenge. So they're actually doing the exact same things that the high school and middle school kids are doing.
We didn't choose Mars or the moon because Mars could be cold and chilly, and we wouldn't be able to survive or thrive. We didn't choose the moon because it's the same thing, but comets could come down and they could hit us.
I'm a big progressive education advocate. I'm strongly in favor of project-based learning as well as social and emotional learning.
It's been really interesting because I teach algebra, and there's a kind of an indirect relationship in this project, but it's really gotten them to look that if they're super passionate about something, they don't have to wait to take a class on it, they don't have to wait for a teacher to teach them about it. They can just go out and learn it on their own and ask questions and find people that be able to tell them the information that they're interested in.
It's been such a phenomenal thing to watch students interact with each other, watch the teamwork that they have coming together to form a futuristic city in space. And not only do they work together, but each student kind of finds their niche in what technology they're interested in. So certain students are interested in new sources of energy, and so they really focus in, they become the experts on that.
This is what everything we're doing is all about, because we care about this little planet we call the Earth.
We can even be talking about the environment and what can they be doing differently up there to change down here, and how they can really be conscious and mindful as they move on to creating these new communities and new settlements. It's really important for us to make sure that we have an all-inclusive community with STEAM Space kids, not just with economics and ethnicity, but also with gender. And one thing that's made me so happy this past couple of years is watching how many girls are involved and enthusiastic about this new space industry and how they want to get involved in STEAM and STEM education.
It's been really awesome to see students really step into leadership roles and as experts, and then are just happy and excited to share with the other students in our group and then other students in general about their projects. And there's this excitement at our school about it. People are excited and they want to share about it.
It's such a great experience for our kids to see them have to share their ideas and to have people that are out there in the industry listening to them. It really makes them feel important. It really kind of validates their work and motivates them to want to learn more. And as a parent, you couldn't ask for more than that.
We have teams that came from all over Texas. In fact, we had a team called Circle of Nations come all the way from North Dakota. And next year we hope to have some international teams. We'll be able to have a virtual environment for those teams to come in and compete and share what they came up with.
I love it here. I'm super excited about space. I wish I was younger and I would hopefully be one of those people that would be going to Mars. But in lieu of that, I'm hoping I'm getting kids excited about it and that they're going to be the ones who are actually going to go and step foot on Mars and step foot on the moon, and who knows where else they could go. It's going to be exciting.
Our students talk about it after this conference is over. They are excited about it, and after they get in, they're like, I can't wait till next year. So we'll definitely be back.
As long as they still have it, I'd love to bring my fourth graders back every year.
I know my son's already talking about next year, so it is a great experience and we're ready.
What I mostly learned is that if your heart is in something, and my heart actually is in the engineering field, then the fact that I can't be a full engineer doesn't mean that my life then stopped, that I could not be in this field that I love. And that's my message to you. Believe in yourself. And if the road to where you want to go has a bit of obstacles, take that in stride. If it's worth it, you'll get there.
There are some dark things happening in the world, but we have more global communication availability, more technology. The human body is able to have more solutions than it's ever had, and we are on trajectories for living in space.
I'm not actually feeling to win because as long as our humankind gets saved, I'm fine with that.